Hello everyone, dear friends. In this video, you will see a strategy for the pocket option broker on 15-second trades. I will try to explain as simply as possible how to work with this strategy, how to find entry points, which entry points are not suitable, and how to set up the RSI indicator so that it gives accurate signals. So watch this video until the end, it's going to be very interesting. I should also mention that with this strategy, we will be working on OTC currency pairs. Trades will be for 15 seconds. And I'll also say that with this strategy, technical analysis is almost not required, because with the proper setup of the RSI indicator, technical analysis is practically unnecessary. But you do need to pay attention to certain points, which I'll mention later so you don't end up with a losing trade. So before we begin, and don't forget about my Telegram channel. In my Telegram channel, I share daily reports on trading sessions with the team in the VIP channel. Here's a report from the latest trading session. Here we secured 9 profitable trades. By the way, we trade twice a day on weekdays and once a day on weekends. I also share my life in my Telegram channel and regularly hold giveaways. And here's a report on the latest giveaway. Here the winner received $1,000. I've also created free educational material for beginners in trading. It's completely free. In other words, I'm not selling anything. If you want to get access to the educational material or join the VIP channel, you can simply go to my Telegram channel and send me a direct message. Here's my contact. Now, let's get to work. Add our OTC currency pairs to your favorites. Be sure to check that the currency pairs are OTC, because with OTC you can open short-term trades. Now let's set up our chart. Set the time frame to 15 seconds and choose the candlestick chart type. Now let's add our RSI indicator. I've already added it, but I'm showing this for those who don't know where to find it. Here is the RSI indicator. Now let's configure it. Click on the pencil icon. You don't need to change anything here. Leave the period at 14. Now go over here. Here instead of 70, set it to 75. And for the lower boundary, instead of 30, set it to 25. And we need to save this. Go ahead and click the save button. Now what that means is we have a clear overbought zone and an oversold zone. If you take a close look at the price history, according to this specific indicator, the price very rarely exceeds these established boundaries. For example, here the price touched it a little. And right here the price slightly exceeded our overbought zone, but it wasn't critical. So that is how this trading strategy works in practice. As soon as the price touches one of the overbought or oversold zones, we open trades. In this case, the price moved slightly beyond our defined oversold territory. After that, it bounced back again. So, if the price touches our overbought zone, we open a trade to go down. If the price touches our oversold zone, like here, we open trades to go up. That is exactly how we are working today. Now let's go ahead and find some specific OTC currency pair so we can open a trade. This particular currency pair doesn't suit our strategy right now because the price still has a very long way to go before reaching our overbought zone. So this currency pair simply doesn't work for us. We really need to find a pair where the price is already very close to either the overbought or the oversold zone. This one doesn't work, this one doesn't either, nor does this one, but this one is suitable. The price here is already very close to our oversold zone. Therefore now, after this candle closes, we will open a trade for an upward movement. Alright, the candle has closed, we open a trade for an upward movement and observe. There's very little time left until the trade closes. A strong upward impulse is forming. So most likely we will close this trade with a profit. Alright, that is absolutely excellent. That is just great, our first trade was successful. Now let's take a closer look at the results. So if the price approaches our oversold zone again, we will open another trade for an upward movement. Just like here. That is, the price is approaching our oversold zone. The price is moving up. If the price touches our oversold zone again, we will open a trade for an upward movement. If the price continues to go up, we will change our currency pair so as not to drag out this video and not have to wait for the price to touch our oversold zone again. That is, with this strategy, you have to change currency pairs as often as possible in order to look for entry points. Let's switch over here. This one doesn't fit, this one doesn't fit, this one doesn't fit. This one doesn't fit either. Sometimes it takes a very long time to find an entry point with this strategy. Now, this is the primary challenge of this strategy. You really have to find a specific currency pair where the price is sitting very close to one of those zones. Alright, let's switch over here right now and look for some other currency pairs to analyze, because I have already gone ahead and added all of these to my favorites list. Let's see what else we have available here. We're also looking to make sure we have a 92% profit. Okay, let's see, this one doesn't quite fit our criteria. This one looks much more promising. Let's open a trade for a potential downward price movement. Of course, we entered a bit late because the price had already bounced off our overbought zone. Of course, it's possible there will be a reversal now, but let's see what happens next. Alright. Well, as I said, we're seeing a reversal upwards and our trade closed at break even, or rather with a loss. Now let's wait for this impulse to end, and when we see the candles start to slow down, we'll open another trade for a downward move. So we can see that. Now is a perfect moment because the candles have slowed down. We're opening 2 trades for a downward move because the price is right at our overbought zone. So we're opening a trade for a downward move. This is to recover our loss and make a profit. Alright, that is great. As you can see, both of those trades have closed in profit now. My apologies for the slight delay. So, now let's find another currency pair to look at. Alright, this one doesn't fit. But actually right here is a good moment. Let's wait a bit, as the price gets much closer to our designated oversold zone. Well, let's take a risk and open a trade. Let's wait just a little longer and open a trade for an upward move. So here, the price didn't quite touch our oversold zone. And here we've made a mistake. That is, you need to open trades exactly when the price is at our zone. Well, when it actually touches the overbought or oversold zone. Because here I rushed a bit and didn't wait for the price to actually touch our oversold zone, and so I ended up with a losing trade. Now let's try to recover from this. Let's wait patiently for the right moment to enter. We'll wait for this current candle to close and then open a trade for an upward move. Since there's a very strong downward impulse forming right now, we'll open 2 separate trades for an upward move, and let's see. Yes, we can clearly see the impulse is continuing, dear friends, as we watch the market closely. Yes, the impulse is still going. Currently, both of these trades are closing out at a loss, since the downward impulse has been going on for quite a while. A reversal will likely begin to occur right here very soon, and we need to catch it in order to cover our losing trades. Alright, let's see. 2 trades closed at a loss. Oh, they closed in profit, my apologies. And it certainly looks like the other 2 trades are unfortunately most likely going to close at a loss. Alright, good, dear friends. We can clearly see right now that the price has exceeded our oversold zone, and accordingly, soon we should expect a reversal. So we open 2 trades for an upward movement. Let's take a look. If we look at the candles, we can see that they're slowing down, meaning the momentum is coming to a halt. Accordingly, we will have a reversal soon, and it might even start right now. So 2 trades closed in profit and another 2 trades also closed in profit. Excellent. So maybe once again, yes, it is definitely worth opening trades for an upward movement, since the reversal is very likely to continue right now. Most likely the price touched our oversold zone and has already started moving back up. So, another small downward impulse is currently forming, but I really don't think it will last for very long at all. As I said, our trade went perfectly. So, dear friends, you shouldn't rush with this strategy. Be patient. Wait until the price touches the overbought or oversold zone or is right next to them. If the price doesn't quite touch it, you could lose money on that. That's it. Alright then, dear friends. Now let's take a closer look at what happens next here. Here, there is a very strong possibility that we won't be opening any more trades unless the price touches our oversold zone once again. Let's take a look. Well, I honestly think that I think the overall trend here will definitely continue moving upwards, so we probably won't need to use this specific currency pair anymore. Yes, the upward movement clearly continues, so let's go ahead and change our currency pair to something else. Here's a very good moment. The price has already exceeded our overbought zone, so we open a trade to go down. Right here, a downward reversal has already started, so let's watch and observe. Excellent. Our trade closed in profit. That was the last trade for today, dear friends. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments, and goodbye to everyone.